Total revenue minus total cost, right? We talked about that in our discussion for the markers. These cannot fully controlled by the, not fully, cannot, not in the hands of the producer or the owner of the firm, but total cost can be controlled, right? So among this total cost, there is factor of production. Right? And recall our discussion. How we can increase our profit? By reducing costs. So we will be producing that quantity which minimizes our cost, right? So similar concept going to be applied here. So we will hire, in the case of factor of production of labor, we will hire that much quantity of labor on which our labor cost is minimum, so that we fit into this criteria and our profit gonna be maximized, right guys? So I just give you a little bit, a summary what we will be discussing in coming slides, right? So you understand that? So our goal is to hire that much labor or spend that much on the labor so that our profit maximization objective is not compromised. So let's talk about our some previous studied concepts. So we already studied this in cost of production chapter, where we learned about the marginal cost curve, average total cost curve. So we learned about the production function, which illustrates the relationship between inputs and outputs. So this table is called production function table, which shows the relationship of inputs and outputs. So if you draw this, okay. So if you draw this, it looks like this one. But there is one property which defines something, and we talked about over there that this is diminishing marginal property, that if we hire one worker, he can pick 100 bushels of apple per week. If we hire second worker, the total gonna be picking up 180 bushels, which is in total it is higher, but in terms of individual personnel that we added, it is just adding 80 bushels. If we hire third more person, he is adding just 60. So it means addition in total output is good, but the addition rate is lower. So we call this property diminishing marginal product. And what is marginal product? Its formula is change in quantity divided by change in labor, which means Q2 minus Q1, new quantity minus old quantity divided by new labor minus old labor. So what is the marginal product here? So where this 80 came from? If we apply the formula, so change in quantity divided by change in, so this is Q2, this is Q1, L2, L1. So Q2 minus Q1 divided by L2 minus L1. So 180 minus 100 divided by 2 minus 1, answer is 80, right? So basically this marginal product of labor is telling us, what do we mean by marginal? Marginal means additional or one extra. So if we employ one more labor to our business, he is adding only 80 bushel per week. And what does it this 60 means? If we are adding third more worker, he is adding extra 60 bushel of apples, and or he will be picking 60 bushels of apple per week. Similarly, this is 40 and 20. So you notice something, that the total output is increasing at decreasing rate, and we have this property named diminishing marginal product. So we already discussed in our cost of production chapter before the introduction of a perfect competition. So let's talk about here what it says. It says as the number of workers increase, marginal product of labor declines. As more and more workers are hired, each additional worker contributes less to production than prior one. So the production function becomes flatter as the number of workers rises. So this property is called diminishing marginal product. So if you draw the production function, it would be looking like in our next slides. But before that one, the tagline here is that the diminishing marginal product refers to the property whereby the marginal product of an input declines as the quantity of output increases. So basically they are saying that the total output is increasing at decreasing rate. So here we go. If you just, so this is the production function graph, which shows the relationship between output and the input. So these are the output and this is the input quantity of apple pickers. So one worker picking 100, two workers combined 180. So you see something, it's not a straight line, it is a curved line, right? It's a curved line. So it means production function becomes flatter. From here you see it would be doing like this. Means adding 6 worker won't increase your total output. It means if you hire 6 worker, he would be contributing 0 apple bushes per week. Why? Because of limited number of capital available. And what do we mean by capital? It doesn't mean by capital means finances or the money. No. In economics, capital means by all the tools and machinery to pick the apples. So it is basically in economics, capital means by the machinery, the tools that are used in production, trucks, this kind. So apple pickers, the ladders are they are fixed. So if you have 5 ladders, so every will be having their own ladder, so they are picking the apple bushes. The 6th one, you don't have any ladder, capital is fixed, just like that. So that's why he's not adding to any production. So our question is that the similar question, why we are studying this? To answer that questions where we can have profit maximization. And where we can find the profit maximization? Hire appropriate labor where labor cost is minimum, so that we don't hire much people so that our labor cost increases. Our labor cost increases means our total cost increases. When our total cost increases, it means we are not fulfilling our objective, which is maximization of profit, right? So the purpose of finding out the production function is that so that we understand that what is the market value of the marginal product. So if we just multiply the marginal product with the value of the final product, which means the value of the apple prices, it is not the price of the labor, it is the price of the output. Output is, many students they confused about this. Output means the wages, no, or output means that the quantity of the number of workers, no. This is the final product output. So if the price of the apple is $10 per kg or per bushel whatsoever, so we just multiply with the marginal product of labor, we find out that this person is giving us how much revenue, right? So this is the market price and this is the marginal product of labor. So if the price of the apple is 10 per bushel, luckily this coincides. So if the price of the apple is $10 per bushel, what does it mean? So let's talk about this. So value of marginal product of labor, we just multiply this with the market price of apple per bushel. What does it mean? It means the one worker that we hired, the first worker, is giving us 1,000. You can say in terms of labor services, he is getting us earn $1,000. The second person that we hired, he is adding only 80, which means he is, giving us $800 revenue. The third person is giving us 600. Similarly, the fourth person and fifth person. Now remember our profit maximization condition in our markets, that is MC is equal to MR, right? Which means this is the cost and this is the revenue. So the same concept apply here. So this is called, like, we can call this is MR, revenue. So additional person is giving us, additional person that we hire in our production, he is giving us 1,000, 800, 600, 400, 200, right? And what is his cost? His cost is the wages. So let's explain the value of marginal product. So value of marginal product, also called, like I told you, it is the marginal revenue of the product. It is measured in dollar terms because we multiply it with the per unit prices. So it also diminishes as the worker rises and the market price of the goods is constant. So you see that in our previous slide, you can see that the value of the value of the marginal product of labor decreases due to diminishing marginal property. So this is, you can consider this is MR and this is the cost, which is MC. So to maximize profit, the competitive profit maximizing firm hires worker where up to the point where the value of the marginal product of labor equals the wages. It means the value of the marginal product curve is the labor demand curve for a competitive profit maximizing firm. Here we go. Now, from this table, you can